least a few to be remembered for a lifetime. Some studies have even explored whether sleep might be manipulated to enhance learning. They reveal that sleep's program for making daytime memories stronger can be boosted using sounds and odors. Results in rodents have even demonstrated a primitive form of memory implantation. Using electrical stimulation while animals slept, researchers taught them where they should go in their enclosures on awakening. Huxley's imagined version of sleep education, in which entire texts are absorbed verbatim during the night, is still relegated to the pages of his 1932 classic. But experiments now indicate that it is possible to tinker with memories while a person is immersed in the depths of slumber, creating the basis for a new science of sleep learning. The psychophone. For these techniques to work, scientists have to explore how information can be absorbed when consciousness is seemingly on a well-deserved break. Around the time that Huxley was writing Brave New World, serious explorations into the possibility of meddling with sleep had begun. In 1927, New Yorker Alois B. Zolliger invented an automatic time-controlled suggestion machine, which he marketed as the psychophone, to allow a recorded message to be replayed during the night. The setup seemed to evoke Huxley's imagined technology, except that the user, rather than the state, could select the message to be played. Zolliger's invention was followed in the 1930s and 1940s by studies documenting ostensible examples of sleep learning. A 1942 paper by Lawrence LeShan, then at the College of William and Mary, detailed an experiment in which the researcher visited a summer camp where many of the boys had the habit of biting their fingernails. In a room where 20 such boys slept, LeShan used a portable phonograph to play a voice repeating the sentence, "My fingernails taste terribly bitter." The string of words recurred 300 times each night, beginning 150 minutes after the onset of sleep. The experiment continued for 54 consecutive nights. During the last 2 weeks of camp, the phonograph broke, so the intrepid LeShan delivered the sentence himself. 8 of the 20 boys stopped biting their nails, whereas none of 20 others who slept without exposure to the recording did so. These early efforts did not use physiological monitoring to verify that the boys were really asleep, though, so the results remained suspect. The whole field took a severe hit in 1956 when 2 scientists at Rand Corporation used electroencephalography, EEG, to record brain activity while 96 questions and answers were read to sleeping study participants. One example: in what kind of store did Ulysses S. Grant work before the war? Answer: a hardware store. The next day, correct answers were recalled only for information presented when sleepers showed signs of awakening. These results led to a shift in the field that persisted for 50 years as researchers began to lose faith in sleep learning as a viable phenomenon. Participants in these experiments appeared to learn only if they were not really sleeping when information was presented to them. Most scientists during this time tended to avoid the topic of sleep learning, although a few researchers did plug away at asking whether sleep assists in remembering new information. One typical study protocol probed whether overnight sleep deprivation affected recall the day after learning something new. Another asked whether remembering was better after a nap than after an equal period of time spent awake. Various confounding factors can interfere with such studies. For example, the stress of sleep deprivation can harm cognitive functions that then decrease memory recall. Eventually, cognitive neuroscientists began to tackle these challenges by bringing together evidence from multiple research methods. A substantive foundation of evidence gradually